Welcome to a tier list video. I'm here with the DM expert player Kelar, and we will make a tier list of all the best deathmatch civilizations for team games. Updated to 2026, so with the new Chinese and new South American civilizations, we will rank them from God tier to absolute trash. Welcome, Kelar.
Hello, hello.
And we already start with a big one. First civilization up the list, the Celts.
The easiest one.
Trash, right?
Sure.
Even Admiral Zhao can win with them. Is that connected to skill?
Yeah, that's really telling. I think it's the best team game civilization. Should probably yeah. I mean, you can make arguments for some other civs that give more to your team, but if you're speaking as a pure flag civilization, there's nothing that's better than Celts.
Yeah, I would also say best flank. Also has a helpful team bonus, right? Siege workshops working faster. Will always help the other flank as well. So there is some combo dynamic
and
that
you
it has to
also
team
help the other flank in always winning your side, so your pocket can fully concentrate on the other side, and you just easily win 2v1.
True.
So.
Yeah. What makes the Celts so strong on their side, Kelar?
I mean, they have treadmill cranes, so they are fast civ. They have strong infantry that moves faster, so it's easier to defend your villagers, and then they have the best siege in the game, faster shooting, and more HP. And that's kind of all you need as a flank. Also, obviously, the wood bonus really helpful. So. Water?
Yeah, just with something.
Okay. Britain's next.
Britons, yeah, that's a more interesting one, right?
Very controversial civilization.
It likes fast, aggressive gameplay and is all exciting and really fun to play, right?
I mean, I've been kind of like the first player to rate them really highly.
It's so weird that you like Britons, man. It goes completely against your playstyle. I never understood
it. I think the time has proven me right, and they have been kind of getting played more, getting more love as a flank, and also on the far maps close to mountain, they are really strong. They have some really insane combinations with Saracens or Persians, where basically nothing can stop those two civs. So
that is because Mamelukes and elephants tend to be weak to siege, and Britain longbows are very good at sniping the siege that can kill the elephants. Obviously, they can't snipe rams, but you know, elephants against rams is fine. But against siege launchers and in siege launchers against heavy against scorpions, the longbows are great. That's their usage.
So, in my opinion, we are also ranking on all maps, so also hybrid maps where they are also super great. I would put them in A tier.
But they've lost, they don't get Carrack or something, right? I think they've lost some water power, actually.
I mean, yeah, maybe full water power, but on hybrid maps,
they don't get Carrack.
I think longbows are really insanely strong against ships right now.
Hezzy, get in here. We even tried to drag you in before. We need to balance Kelar stakes. No excuses. You're still in voice. You hear how excited he is to have you.
Always excited to hear Hezzy.
I'm okay with Britain's 8 here, and Hezzy can only change it if he comes to Caster Jenny.
I have the theory that he didn't even put the sound on, just saw Britons and my name and is shit talking now.
I did shoot him
Classic
a message
Hezzy.
though. I would say low A tier probably. Is A tier maybe it's too wild. Maybe it's more B tier.
I mean, we can let's
adjust
see
later,
how
maybe, yeah.
how everything fills up, right?
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
A tier seems, because like B tier should probably be the average civ, and they are, in my opinion, better than average. So.
Okay, let's see. Next up is Franks.
Now it gets interesting because ranking pocket civ versus flank civ is gonna be interesting.
It should rank
They
them the
are
same,
really,
right?
really strong pocket. Yeah, but do we rate them S tier now because they are an insane pocket? Probably not S tier, right?
Let's
There's
say
some
high
better
A. They're not
pocket.
that strong as a pocket
Yeah,
civ
they have
anymore
some
since
count.
camel civs become so popular.
Yeah, they aren't great with elephants or camels. So high A tier seems good, yeah.
I would say high A for now. Maybe a bit on the verge of A and S. They used to be like a super god tier pocket civ when they had treadmill crane. They are useless on water map. I mean, paladins are still good on water, right? Or like hybrid maps. And they've got heavy demo. Heavy demo doesn't matter anymore.
On hybrid. But also, yeah, there were S tier, but also a lot of new camel civs were added and stuff. So I think they got power crept a lot with the new DLCs from Definitive Edition.
Yeah, let's keep him at high A. If S tier is too empty, maybe we can bump him up.
Yep.
Burgundians. D? C? D?
I would put them in C tier because they are playable pocket and the playable flank. It's not like, oh, I have Burgundians, I instantly die.
Yeah, they've got treadmill crane, good hand cannons. They have paladin, not great paladin.
The unique unit is pretty decent as pocket.
I'm fine with C. Flemish opening, go back to RM next week.
Flemish isn't a thing in DM. No.
It's sadly way too much of a thing in RM though.
I mean, Flemish Skirmisher is a lot of fun to play. So.
No, that is bad ban in every draft, man. Stupid unit. I'm fine with C. Yeah, they have usabilities, but then they're not great anyway, right?
Yeah,
they're okay on water with the stronger cannon galleons sometimes.
I think that C is perfect because they're like below average in everything, but not like horrible in anything also.
No. Next up, classic B tier civilization. That Zayu isn't in chat, but there's no argument about Teutons. Eternal B tier, man.
I think Teutons is B tier, yeah. I think they're really slow on flank. They need trade basically to do anything. There are good use cases for them. Maybe with this map pool, if you can play them on Outcrop or on Coast to Mountain, they are better. But on water, they are useless as well. So let's keep them.
They used to be okay on water with demos, but I'm not sure how their attack tree is nowadays. I would keep them at B tier just for the memes. If it wasn't for the memes, I would be debating A. Because as you said, on Outcrop and Coast Mountain maps that are a bit slower, but have elevation, and if it goes late, SO Paladin is obviously insane. In 2v2 they were really strong.
I don't know, I think they are stronger than Britons, to be honest. Britons have like the nicer combinations that can work, but overall Teutons perform better than Britons.
but Zayu's gonna like us if we put them in A tier, even though like can't disagree with you that they're better than Britons.
Mojito, in that game, you also saw why they are so shit, because they are so slow.
Yeah, they died to Goths first, right? So
Yeah, they
That
died
doesn't
to
really
all
speak
of the
to Tierlist.
faster civs. Hey,
we just put Britons in B then.
Civs. Okay, let's do Britons in B. Although it hurts my soul.
It would hurt my soul that we put Goths in D, but they can rush.
Oh, but the rush is so random.
It's so random.
Yeah, because
You're random
as soon as your opponent has treadmill crane, you are super useless.
So D or
You need to play
low
against
C?
a player without treadmill crane. But they're really good on water, right? So C tier should be fine.
Yeah, true, they're going water. Above. Yeah, they have above or below Burgundians.
And that's so like
Overall, almost probably
like
above.
five maps, Goths are really good, but like in most use cases, Burgundians are better. But Burgundians are never like good; they're always okay, and Goths can be really good.
I put them above.
Yeah, Goths higher.
Above means, oh, if you have 5 maps or like a series, if they're sometimes good, right, then you can find a good spot for them. So I would rate that higher than being always okay.
Yes, yeah. They're in the tournament. They are way better than Burgundians, I think. Yeah.
I mean, we're not really doing a tier list for a random civ on ladder because you know what does a tier list do for that? You random your civ anyways and you're stuck with it, right? So we're more doing it for tournament
you can
context.
complain about your civ a lot better.
Ah, true. Yeah. But I don't think we're doing a tier list to support complaining, even though we all love it, of course. Vikings.
This is trashed here now. They got power crapped on water, I think. And their land is still shit.
I mean, KD said today their ARPs feel super busted and OP.
Yeah,
on the stream.
No.
Are they really I mean, they could be D. Longboat is useless? Really?
Longboat is not useless,
I mean, they
but
were
it's...
winning quite some coast to mountain water sites.
Yeah, the
water,
1v1
put them in
water
D.
is where they can be decent, so yeah, let's put them in D. And the next super power crapped, I wouldn't put them higher than A tier. And not even the high A tier.
You wouldn't put Spanish in S tier anymore?
Yes.
That's so wild. I mean,
I have tried the cannon galleons.
There's two civilizations. There's 2 civilizations that caravanserai, but that can't be so power creeping on Spanish bonus.
I don't think the Spanish team bonus is that strong, to be honest, in team game deathmatch. And I think like what made them like they are, it's kind of the trade-off, right? Either you have OP paladins with Franks, or you have good trade and can build more paladins with Spanish. I think this is kind of, they're around like the same level. On land, I would even prefer Franks. And on water,
even though the
they
team bonus,
not
they build faster as well. They are a lot faster than Franks in building buildings. Okay, Franks have chivalry
but
then as a pocket civ.
Paladins faster.
Yeah, I guess. But you can get rushed down by a camel civ easier with Franks than you can get with Spanish. If you're playing against another camel pocket, Franks, it's really hard to get your helps out to accompany that and accompany your start. Spanish can do that better. I would put them above Franks.
Yeah,
at least put them above Franks.
I agree with above Franks.
I think they could still be low S. It can't be
like I have no.
Their water is still fully upgraded. They're super solid, like flank is pocket civ still with a great team bonus. We find too many S's so you can bump them down again, but for now I would still put them.
Okay, let's put them in S tier. I'm really just so underwhelmed by how they perform on water and hybrid right now.
Maxi dominated with them on Team Islands, and we're talking about Maxi McTrack.
Okay, I haven't seen that set. What did your opponents pick?
I forgot. Just know Maxi completely ripped them apart with Spanish Candidates on Team Islands.
Okay.
That's what I remember. Versus Australia. Yeah, the opponents were Australia, so definitely a very strong team.
Yeah, okay.
Portuguese.
Now we have trashed here. They have nothing, they can do nothing, and they will always be trash. No matter how many times freaking Andy picks them in his first 5 picks for tournaments.
True.
And he always loses with them as well.
He beat me on immersion with them when he never should have. Hurts my soul.
No. On immersion as well, with the slowest civ of all time.
He read it out in the corner, made Vitoria. Yeah, I hate them. I'm fine with trash.
I mean, if we do a 1v1 Team Islands now, maybe Vitoria wins a game, but normally Vitoria is so, like, it's minus, I think, minus 9 villagers. So that's not great value. And Caraville is like the worst ship ever made. What is this tier list? This tier list is...
Get in here, Brew. Give your input.
Team game Deathmatch Civilizations on all maps right now.
That's at least what the title says. I mean, the title says just team game civ tier list. What is just myself arguing? What are you arguing with, though?
I mean, you have played a total of like 3 DM games in the past 5 years, so now in the past 3 years. So.
But isn't Peru responsible for the balancing of the civilizations?
Portuguese are pretty good.
Yeah, that's what it does. That balances this for DM are thinking. Okay. I see.
Yeah, I don't think you.
I'm not sure if Peru's actually doing that anymore, but he was in the balance team 3 years ago. It shows, man. In your opinion about this tier list and in what happened to the balancing since then. So the one part was actually a compliment. I mean, Portuguese trash tier is going to be something that a lot of people will disagree with, but they don't.
Just don't
like,
see
people think they're
why
water civ, right? But they
them.
don't have ship right.
In a 1v1, I agree with you, but the Spanish and Franks are pockets, so even in 1v1 you don't beat Franks or Spanish.
No, Franks and Spanish completely eat Portuguese in a 1v1.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Maybe against Celts, but still, I think you just get overrun.
Against Celts? No. What? Nah. They don't. The Portuguese don't stand any chance against that's against 3 tips at the top. Okay, Bruce starting to get more reasonable about Burgundians and Goths.
I think you could.
But how do you use them in a team game? I would know how to use Goths and Burgundians in a team game. I would not know how to use Portuguese.
I think the Vikings above is because of water. Because longboats are still kind of useful on water, while caravels don't work at all.
Yeah, we need something for the comments, Kelar. We keep them interesting.
Okay, nice. Engagement baiting.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, I think Kelar and me are only doing the tier list without another expert. We will agree too much, but as opposed to the other tier list videos. But let's at least use the speed advantage and go for Bohemians next.
Bohemians, pretty clear, low-rated A tier in my opinion.
It's not S tier flank, but they're super solid flank. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, super solid flank. Not great against the top flanks because they aren't that fast going. They kind of struggle if they are doubled.
True.
But if you get going, you still have a really great death ball. Yeah.
And
Okay,
you
next.
can't get overrun easily by one player.
Okay,
at
let's
least in
put
heavens.
Portuguese in D tier. I can't have them in the same tier as Poles.
I wanted to say Portuguese fans rejoice. There's gonna be a civ behind Portuguese. I think that's enough for them to rejoice. But Poles have
Poles are
nothing
so bad.
on anything. Not
So
usable in
bad.
civilization at all. I don't think it saves Portuguese from being trashed here, but I think Poles are. I would probably gonna be the lowest civ.
I think, like, normally I would put Aztecs lower, but in team games I think Aztecs are like slightly more useful.
God,
Very
civ, what do you
slightly.
mean? Far from trashed here, man. But let's not argue about Aztecs before we even reach Aztecs. We're gonna. That's the one civ we're gonna argue the most about. Well, Poles is a quick agree. They have nothing on water, they have nothing on land, they have nothing in pocket because they only have Cavalier, they have nothing on flank because they only get pikemen, they have nothing, full stop. Lithuanians.
They have nothing to stop anything. They're losing against every single civ probably.
Also offer in 1v1 Nexus Hept.
Yeah. There's still always
DM.
the theory that you can, if you somehow survive until gold runs out, they are fine in 1v1s, but you never survive until gold runs out.
Lithuanians.
So they're Lithuanians.
Another S or A candidate as a strong paladin pocket.
I think Lattice gives them S tier. I like Lattice a lot.
But you need to get the relics, you need to get to Lattice, right? Compare that with Franks. Franks are easier to play. But yeah, I would rate Lithuanians probably a bit higher. Also counters civs like Teutons really nicely. I think I'm fine with low S.
I think Lattice work better than Paladin against flank civs. Again, like clearing siege balls and stuff, I think Lattice do better than Paladins. Because you just kill the halberdiers so fast.
Do you think the change to light GI, as the US would say, makes a big impact? That they don't get that they don't ignore the negative armor of siege anymore?
Yeah, obviously. Otherwise, there would be kind of shit in team games, right? Because you can't clear as O masses, and this is kind of like your main job as pocket.
Mm-hmm. As paladin pocket at least, or like lightest pocket at least.
Yeah.
Non-camel pocket, non-elephant pocket. Kind of paladin style pocket.
Yeah.
Yep. Very solid civ. And we've got the Italians next.
Oof, Italians are hard. I've always been such an Italian hater. Can I really say that they are kind of okayish right now in some spots?
Well, they're okay on water, right? That's kind of what saves them
Yeah,
here.
also like on coast, I really like them on coast to mountain. Like the lowest position
elephant
on
maps,
coast to
they
mountain.
can be kind of helpful. And the water side,
Yeah, like if we would rank them for like specifically for the Nations Cup right now, I could argue for like a B tier or high C tier or something, because like they are so good at the bottom position on coast to mountain, because they are really good on water, they're pretty fast, and then you can still like you can just play water plus 60 Genoese and you give your team so much value, while also having the cheap trade that you can sling as well.
Is that a team bonus actually, the trade thing?
No, it's
Unique tech, right?
Unique tech.
Is it still a unique tech? Yeah, it's a unique tech. Oh yeah, obviously Kondos is the team bonus. I always forget this unique unit team bonus somehow.
If that was a team bonus, they would be kind of sick.
But I think if we seriously do all maps, they're C tier.
Yeah.
They're like worse than Britons, right? They're not the same level as Britons.
Oh, they're also worse than Goths. I think they are worse than. There are more cases where Goths work than where Italians work.
I'm fine putting them between Bohemians and Goth in C. think that sounds reasonable. On to the only civ that can make towers to the pain of many. But they're unit
They are
production buildings.
so hard to rank.
Sicilians. A tier?
Are they really A tier though?
Good infantry. Donjons.
I feel like sergeants are kind of shit right now. They're so
Yeah,
slow.
you can make halberdiers from donjons.
And
easy.
yeah, halberdiers from donjons, yeah.
I think behind Bohemians in A tier feels where they should be.
I don't know. I feel like I would kind of prefer Britons and Teutons, to be honest.
They have treadmill crane and fast castles. They don't have the Teuton
They don't
problem
have
of dying,
treadmill crane.
really.
That
Yeah,
is
okay,
fake news.
that's true. But they have the yeah. But it feels like you have treadmill crane because you built your chicken castle so fast.
Yeah, but then you don't have anything.
And your
I don't know.
TCs and your eco fast as well.
But you have just generic units after that.
But you have fully upgraded so.
But
You
there's
put
so
them in
many
B,
unique
but I
as
would put
well.
them above Teutons.
Okay, let's do that then as a compromise.
Romans. Very interesting.
And for Romans, okay, we have to specify, are we doing 2v2 or modded, like 3v3, 4v4? Because I think there's a big difference between Romans in 2v2 and Romans in 3v3.
I guess we're doing 3v3, 4v4 right now, right?
Because they're kind of like one of the best civs in 2v2 and kind of shit and useless in 3v3.
In fact, a 2v2 in a bit maybe with their rating, but I would mainly go for 3v3, 4v4.
Then I would put them like the lowest B tier if we include 2v2.
Oh, that seems fine.
Because they have good infantry, they are decently fast. But Scorpions just don't work in 3v3s at all.
Because of the pocket? Or because there's so much siege on the flanks?
Because of the pockets and of the siege. Because, like, you don't... In 2v2, you kind of fight against smaller armies and, like maybe, like, 20 or 30 cavalry. While with pocket, there could be, like, 50 cavalry coming in. And that just clears all possible Scorpion dev balls. Yeah.
Alright.
Also, Centurion doesn't work that well in 3v3, I think.
Give your opinions in chat as well. We will try to factor them in. Like Mochido's doing right now. Byzantines is next. C tier? C tier? But water, so...
For me, they're kind of...
the rest is C tier? Maybe low B tier because of water? Pocket is alright.
C tier maybe?
Yeah, but they're really good on water, right? So maybe lowest B.
They're really good on water, yeah.
I would say lowest B behind Romans.
Yeah. With Romans? I feel like Romans are much better.
Much better? Bit surprised by Kel's position compared to Spanish. Kel's are just the best flank civ in all of DM. And Spanish are a good S tier, a good pocket, but they're only
good
clutched S tier with
amazing team bonus.
So Byzantines in B or not? Byzantines in B feels right though. I think just for the water features, if you're doing all maps and hybrid features.
Yeah, they're really
and
good at water. That's true.
Right. Ethiopians.
In 3v3, like in 2v2 and 1v1, they are shit. In 3v3, they kind of work okay-ish. Because there's more spots for bombard cannons there, and like just pure siege balls. where you have to build nothing else than siege and halberdiers.
This dies to Carrack badly, but you've got Romans. Romans are the key to
Dromons
Byzantines.
destroy Carrack so easily. Otta can
Yeah, still doing fine at the moment.
True. Yeah, it's not that bad, but Carrax is a really not Carrack. Dromon is a really good
That's
unit.
very strong, yeah.
I have to
On
let my
water
cat
fights,
out.
so let
1
full
second.
water. And I will proceed in the meantime to put Ethiopians to top of C tier. Ah, that's too low. They need to be between Britons and Romans.
That's the spot that I was eyeing between Britons and Romans.
Agreeing too much, man. Where's Hazy? Really strong siege, slow start, but then super powerful. In the hands of a good armor or something, can be super deadly, or in the hands of Frost. Malians.
The funny thing is that Britons is kind of the counter siege civilization in DM.
Britons is the siege counter civ. You put the backline of longbows and you snipe all your opponent's siege. That's why they're so solid. Especially if
Britons
you
is
play
kind of
together
like
with
the
another civ.
perfect support civ for like elephants. Elephant plus longbow is like your dream comp on long maps. Like Lombardia in the past or Coastal Mountain right now.
Yep, Malians.
I have no clue. I haven't. They, in the like I don't know. The last time I've played a lot of 3v3s, where I needed to think that much about civs is Winter's War, and their way they were really good, but right now they seem pretty shit, to be honest.
Video says they seem like decent pockets.
They are decent pocket, yeah.
Oh, decent pockets. Feels like also somewhere in B. B tier is getting too big, but feels like a B tier.
Yeah, I would put them in B tier and then bump Sicilian students up. Or at least Sicilians.
Yeah, it's only Sicilians for now. We're in B tier though.
Behind Britons.
Yeah, seems fine.
Because they're kind of like Ethiopians, and Ethiopians is a really decent flank, but not like the OP flank. And Malians is a really decent pocket, but no super strong pocket.
And you can play the one close maps on flank to rush as well.
Yeah, true.
So they have another usability as flank too.
They kind of were the best civ on Socotra in the past.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, we're also ranking Socotra, so maybe I would bump them above Britons here even. If you rank all maps, I think in this tournament Britons might be better, but if you rank all maps, I would put Mayans above Britons. If you take in more the super close rushy maps.
Yeah, I agree.
The Nations Cup doesn't have, then I think Mayans profit a bit.
And then I would also put them above Teutons, to be honest, if we like, because Teutons are like unplayable on rush maps.
Yeah. Yeah, but on long maps, Teutons are still outpace Mayans by far, right? So.
But on super long maps, Britons outpace Teutons.
But if we take into account 2v2, Teutons are a lot better than Malians.
True, yeah, okay.
Let's keep it this
2v2
way.
is the decider here.
That's a small impact on the tier list, but some impact. Right?
Then we are arguing about what the positions.
Yeah,
okay, Berbers.
Just a tie break. Berbers.
Let's hope Brew is not here anymore.
Because you want to put them only in A?
Yes.
Oh, so bad. I could have been convinced by Brew to put them in S. But I see the point. But did you see what Leech was able to do with the Camel Archers in the show matches?
Yeah. But you kind of need off-meta plays for them to work, right? Because if you have like the fully death
If
ball
it's
on the
just camels,
flanks
then
and
it's just normal camels, yeah. Alright, fine, behind ranks. Still 8 here.
Yes.
Turks.
And on the super far map, they got kind of destroyed by the elephant meta because they just don't have anything against elephants. So,
Yeah, they were good against like some things on Lombardia in the past, right? They were like always Lombardia civ.
Yeah, but they
Only
suck
in
against
circumstances
police.
where you can get around elephants, yeah. If there was no elephants, if you'd ban them like in Winter's War, I don't remember how those are civ pools, right? I don't know. If you can get around playing against elephants, they're really good on long maps.
Yep.
Turks! I'll let you debate Turks with Strat. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
I have no idea where I want to rank Turks, man. You can't leave me alone here. No, it's fine. Turks are good. No, are they really good? No, they're kind of shit as flank, right? And if you get pocket rushed, you kind of die every time. If you're 2v1 at the start. Or 1v2. Yeah, they don't really work that well on Kawasan. They don't work as flank because you don't have... I think in 1v1 they work really well on water, but in team games they don't work on water. Or at least not on hybrid. And on team islands, cannon galleons, like you kind of want Luchuan or Dromons on cannon on team islands or turtle ships or something. So it feels so weird, but I would actually put them in C tier.
I think so too. It's a 1v1 civ.
Yeah.
It's a really solid 1v1 civ, but it's not a team game civ. Also, like the strong cav archers later on, right? They have great late game in 1v1. When gold runs out and they have their cav archer master life, counter to what many people believe, that they need gold to survive. They don't in deathmatch, and they kind of don't if you get to see it in RMs either. But in team game, obviously, that's not a real game state. And C are generally worse in team game than in 1v1.
Yeah.
High C tier, right? Top of C, I would say.
Yes. I don't know. I would put it below Italians, to be honest.
What? I see more
Italians have
use
spots
cases
where
for
they are
them.
really strong, and Turks have no spot where they are
Ah.
really good.
It's
Like
hurt.
Goffs and
I like
Italians.
Turks, man. I don't want to put them so low, but yeah.
It
I see
feels
their
so
point.
weird, like Turks.
Brew just wants to do a tier list CA versus no CA. It's Brew's only magic for
What do
this.
you think about the
Start feeling
Berbers below Franks, Brew?
I think he's more shocked by Turks. But where do you use them in team game, bro? Where do you use Turks in team game? You're really struggling to find a role for them. Use them more than Franks? Nah. Awesome flank. You don't even have pikemen.
I don't think no halberdier flank really works, because if you are against a rush civ and the pocket rushes you, you're dead. You're just GG.
Oh, we're talking about Turks. I think he's saying cheap camels. He's talking about Berbers. Well, you missed that part, so what can we do?
Lose against halb SO. I don't think so. Halb SO plus pocket kills you in 6 minutes with both civs on flank.
Do we soothe Brew with the Turks and put them above Goths?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, then we talk about Armenians. Who didn't want to be on the panel, so his loss. Okay, fine. I said chat would have an impact, so I'm gonna put Turks at the top of C tier. Armenians.
A low D tier. They are kind of, or high D tier. They're kind of like better
No,
than all the
behind
other
Vikings.
shit civs in team games.
Behind Vikings.
Yeah.
They don't
And
ship
not as
it.
bad as Poles, definitely. Portuguese, you should argue. I could argue, but I like Turks that low because I hate Portuguese. I mean, because I hate Portuguese.
Portuguese is for the comments.
Yeah.
I mean, and I believe it too. I don't know. Armenians, I've beaten Frost with Armenians on flank. They can't be that bad.
You can, like, you have really good infantry, composite bowmen are
And
kind
they
of
will get
these
siege
are
ram soon.
pretty good. They have siege ram soon. They have onager with siege engineers. That's also fine. They had okay flank.
The infantry gets squires as opposed to Portuguese.
Hydra, I think you underestimate how badly they die early game if they can't eco. If you get constantly attacked by 2 players, you don't have any chance with them. You can't defend yourself if you don't have camel. And if you invest everything into camel, then you get killed by halberdier.
I don't know where to play them. Like, I'm with Kelar. Do you have a treadmill stable opening at least?
I think as long as you have halberdiers, getting doubled isn't that bad. Yeah, okay, but then your pocket sends paladins against your opponent's paladins, and that's kind of even. And then your opponent has paladin halb, which always beats camel paladin.
I just had to with that kind of comments where I have to think of tempo having only a middle of the map.
Okay, Georgians.
A tier? S tier?
Oh, I would put them. I was thinking about God tier.
We're even thinking about God tier, what?
I like them so much.
Okay, then I guess I love them, so at least S then. But God tier?
God tier is too high because they
feels
don't have that power, that big power.
Definitely a stronger flank shift than all the flank shifts besides Kells we have on the list right now.
Yeah.
I think I would put them high S here. Top of S.
Yeah. Agreed.
Monaspa has fallen off a bit, but you have Asnari Cavalry. You have 20% more pop on Monaspa, and you don't play Monaspa in team games with them anyways. I mean, you're not playing Monaspa Pocket, right? You're playing flanks with, and you can play help, you can play Siege Manager, you can even do regenerating CA as a flank if you want to play aggressive. You have great castles, great bonuses on them. I guess it's not that much if you play them as flank. Can you play them as pocket? Not really, right?
You play Frank as pocket, guys. Frank is still one of the best pockets in the game. It's just a completely different role than Turks. As flank, Turks are definitely way better, but there's pocket. And then if you compare Turks to the to most other flanks, Turks are in the great flank. And Franks are an amazing pocket.
Do we have more to say about Georgians? We can discuss at the end again if we change positions, if there's incessant It says in this.
Donjons are just pretty much great at everything. No matter what spot you are in, you have a really good option. If you kind of are in a stalemate, you can just switch into CA Monaspa and play to the other side, or just go raid a lot. You have the regenerating castles, which I think are really insane.
That's Trojans, though.
No, what?
It's Trojans, not Trojans, the regenerating castles. You take less hill, you less damage if you have hill bonus.
No repair costs
and you repair,
less. Yeah,
you repair cheaper.
And you take less damage if you're on hill. Sorry, they also, but that's still
the amazing castles, but
right? Yeah.
Not slightly a different bonus, but they're kind of similar in effect if you can micro repairs.
Yeah, Hydra Turks do fine as flank and fine like kind of less than like okay, like they are below average on flank and below average in pocket. We are talking about like if a civ has a really good use case as either pocket or as flank, we rate them higher than Turks, which are decent in both positions. This is about like in random civ, random position, Turks are decent, but if you pick civs, Turks aren't as great because they are way better pockets and way better flanks. And Goths are really good on I really want to draft against you guys because I think I will destroy you. But let's see what the admins cook up for the
I want to cast
phase.
that match now. But we've got Magias to talk about. A tier?
Yeah, A tier. And its CA are really strong still.
Right behind
But
Berbers?
again, in team games, CA
it's like
are
Berbers to me.
OP. Yeah, I think they're better than Berbers.
Why are they better than Berbers? I'll put them behind Berbers.
Because CA are better than... I think Paladin is just better than Camels in most spots. And I think good CA is better than Camel Archer. Because in team games you don't really fight Camel Archer versus Camel Archer. Camel Archer versus Cav Archer. You kind of use Camel Archer as normal Cav Archer.
Would you say, Chat? S plus? Low S tier? Okay, I guess you're rating
Don't
them
ask
highly, so
Brew
they go
and
above,
Hydra what they think. Oh, Vegas is the best too.
Leides. So.
I like that Mojito agrees with us over Hydra and Brew because Mojito this is his first team game deathmatch tournament kind of that he's experiencing. And he's like seeing the things objectively how they are and not with the kind of, oh, in the past, Berbers, Magyars, the best civs.
Yeah, he's been watching a lot of this tournament, right? Watching a lot, casting a lot. Bulgarians.
Better than Teutons, in my opinion. Are they good enough for A tier?
I would say no. I think right in front of Teutons feels correct.
Yeah.
You always underestimate Codex? Yeah. But it's hard to get
Codex
to.
Is a really, really strong unit. Especially like in those against Halb Siege, they are kind of like the counter unit. Because you get in quickly, so you can't really kill them as good with SO, and then when they are in, they get in, they transform into an infantry unit and kill the Halberdiers.
Kreposts are nice to secure position in team game, but I feel like it's better for 1v1s.
Yeah,
but I mean, you could
Kreposts
see them in A
better.
tier as well. I would be fine putting them in A as well.
I think they are better than Sicilians, to be honest.
But the Saiyans can do the fancy shit, you know? And they're like some use case on some other maps. The Saiyans are way better on water. Both trash pros are the worst DM civ in everything. Sorry, Marek, you might be from Poland, judging by the name, but your civ needs a buff. For DM at least.
I think for RM probably as well. On everything.
But they
except
recently
close
got one
ones.
for RM, right? They can sling with their better farm bonus now.
Okay, now we get to 2 S tier civilizations.
I'm still
God tier
debating
civilizations.
but like I'm still waiting for votes on Bulgarians for A or B. So I'm on the fence, but so far chat seems to say more B, so I guess we keep them there. Saracen's God tier?
Yes.
Behind Celts, above Celts. Can play both
Behind
flank and
Celts.
pocket. I guess that's a strength, no?
Yeah, but they are shit as flank. And not that great. Oh, maybe
Are they shit as
they are
flank?
not God tier. You need they have the same issue as Berbers and Turks. You die if you don't get eco fast, and as flank is sometimes impossible to get eco fast. Yeah, I think they're still like because of their potential, but they're not as good as Celts.
And on long maps, I mean, they outpace Celts on long maps, they outpace Celts on water
Do
maps.
they? Like, actually, how do they stop a Celt push?
They have bombard cannons and their own SO, and they have mobility, which Celts don't have. And Celts, if the Celts have to push long, they run out of steam always. I would put them in front of Celts. I'm a bit biased because I'm a Saracen lover in all game modes.
I so strongly disagree.
My favorite civilization.
Celts are
So maybe I
much
shouldn't
better.
be determining that much, but
Celts
this is
are-
number one as well. Just to provoke you even further.
Now you agree with Brew or what?
Yeah, but they also got CA, you know? That's why Brew likes
But they
them.
die against every halb SO civ on flank on normal maps.
Yeah, but we're drafting for all maps. And they don't die, they can still fight them. They have a bit of problems early, but they auto-win every wood game.
Yes, but
If you
they
have
were
Saracens in your comp, you know if the game goes long enough, you've won it. That is a massive factor.
God tier is the right place, but not as good as Celts. Never as good as Celts.
Okay, guys, vote in chat. Type now, Saracens or
Bro,
Celts. What should we put as number one?
Remember last CMOD? What was the one civ where everyone would just win? It was Celts. Celts is like the only civ that is a safe
It was
win on your
Persians,
side.
and then Saracens were the counter. So Saracens. Oh, and the 2v2 C mod. I was thinking about the 2v2 C mod. Yeah, last C mod, I guess.
But in 2v2 they are better than Celts, maybe. In 3v3, not at all.
Well, there's only one vote in chat, and that says Saracen, so they will stay number one.
I will not change that on my tier list, but you can change it in yours.
You're also doing one? Thought we're doing one
Yes.
together. What the
So
fuck?
I started doing one after you put perks higher.
After I put Turks higher. My chat is a massive protest about how they're so low. Alright, Persians.
God tier.
Yep. Where the
Definitely behind Celts. I would put them higher than Saracens, because against every
But there's
civ
water.
except
There's close maps.
I think on hybrid maps they are probably the best civ right now after how elephants perform against ships.
That's close to mountain.
Yeah, I think Sava is one of the best stable unit in the game. for raiding as well as anything CA related.
I mean,
Like defending
God
your
here kind
trade
of has
and
some
killing.
counter triangles going on as well, right? So it's really hard to decide. Maybe we just say
Yeah, the
God
top.
here is equal.
Those
right?
are the top 3 civs for sure.
The order might be interchangeable with the 3.
Yeah. Oh, bro, you don't know yet. You don't know yet.
B tier is good
Oh,
enough
this
for
is like the
donjons.
worst take I've ever seen, to be honest.
That is wild. I don't think Brew watched much of the tourney.
Of any tournament in the past 2 years.
Well, the
Which is
next civ
probably
is
true.
the next civ is at least very easy, right? Absolute, very top, best civilization. Converts the elephants, converts the Mamelukes, converts the siege onagers, and you just have everything then, right?
Second to last civ. No, there's still Tupio and Mapuche, but one of the trash civs.
They have siege onagers, they have drags.
Wow.
They're a
Jim, you are
solid
warrior.
flank civ.
They are not a solid. They don't have Elbediers, Otter. You die against.
Jaguars are better than Halberdiers.
You die against Paladin, Otter. You just die.
But you have a camel pocket.
Then you die against a better siege civ.
S6 above Turks? Okay, that sounds a regular reasonable spot. I'll take that suggestion. Before Kelar counts them even lower.
No, I have them between Portuguese and Poles.
Yeah, no, but that's too much as well.
No, it's not. It's really not.
I mean, they clearly kill Goss. Alright, I can put them behind Turks. It's the lowest I can go.
Otter, stop memeing, man.
But they're better than Vikings or Armenians on land
They
maps
die
on
against
flank.
every single rush, man.
No.
Vikings and Armenians can survive against rush civs.
Armenians? Yeah. No, I'm not putting them below Vikings.
You
and
have
Armenians.
Halberdiers!
No.
Otter.
I can go behind Goss in details.
Do whatever you want, man. I have given up.
Good. Maya. S tier according to Mojito.
Maya, for me, are kind of in the same spot as Italians.
Maya can't. You can't put Maya above Aztecs.
They are better in every single way.
They don't have siege onagers.
The Eagles are stronger. You have pretty much CA. You have you just don't spend your resources. You can sling a lot. The Eagles
How
are really
about we make a
strong at the
deal?
start.
Maya can be D tier, but Aztecs go above.
There's no way Aztec is
I mean, I guess they can
performs
sling
better at
and
anything than Maya.
You
There's
should see the
no
Aztec.
single case
Did you
in
see
this
the
game where
Aztec win
Aztecs-
rate in Carry Me or Die 2? They have a 90% win rate. The only person that managed to lose with them is Frost.
And that shows you everything you need to see, man.
Oh, Hamza lost to them. Okay. Shixo won with them.
Shixo. Oh.
Okay, Maya D tier or low C?
Maya is Maya is below Italians.
Above Burgundians?
Yes.
Because they can sling or why?
Because they can sling a lot, because they pretty much have CA. Because they have good water.
Okay, the water, fine. Even the biggest Maya fan in chat agreed that they.
Oh, Brew. You should ask Hezi how he performed in the last team game tournament. And then you should reconsider if you want to ask him for input.
I mean, I did ask him for input. He was too chicken to join the tier list panel, so that's what happens. Incas.
How they massacred my boy.
Choppy.
Chumpy is like the worst unit I've ever seen.
D tier, I guess. But I've got Kamiyuk still, so maybe C.
Kamiyuk Onager is still fine.
I guess they should still be the highest of the 3 Meso, right? So
Yeah.
Maya. I've got all the Mesos, old Mesos, former Mesos. Now they're South American civ together.
It's a team game civilization tier list. You have one of the best pockets in the game. Obviously, they're A tier, guys. Complaining about
I'm not sure if
Franks
Kelar wants to argue if Hezzy wants to argue that lower or that higher. Doesn't Chumpy have better stats than Eagle? But they move way slower, no?
They're slower. They don't have bonus against Calf. They don't have they have lower Pierce armor. They cost more food, which is like, I don't know, normally you just never build food eco or wood eco with Meso, and now you kind of have to.
Yeah, they're not shock, but they suck.
Muisca is slightly better than Ethiopians.
The other Mesos, right? Ethiop? What?
Yes.
No, that's wild. We saw them perform pretty good today, but they can't be above
is a really good
Romans.
civ.
What?
Obviously they are above Romans. They destroy Romans.
What do they do against Centurios? The Legionaries.
SO, the unique unit, destroys infantry. Wedger warrior. That's really good against infantry.
I think that's overhyping.
I don't think so.
I'm okay to put them between Byzantines and Romans. On water, Romans are clearly better. But somehow my music ran out.
I think Muisca are really good, to be honest.
Will soon be buffed, I guess. Then they will be probably where you say.
Muisca, like, it's not a skirm. The unique unit, they tell you it's a skirm, but it's not a skirm. It doesn't.
I'm putting them above Romans because it will be buffed.
It's just it's basically the same as the Mayan unique unit.
Doomed Archer.
Yeah.
Okay, after what I've seen today of them, I'm okay. We can put them above Romans. But Ethio, I'm still struggling. Bombard cannons on flank.
For mixed
with
match
really good
team game tournaments, has he? So basically the tournament that we are playing right now.
Mapuche.
Trash.
Bolas Riders are fun to play with.
But they are so bad. They are so bad.
Can we argue them above Portuguese at least?
Brutes are really good on water. And Muisca is a really good civ. You probably haven't played them at all. So yeah. The Turks just doesn't have the classic role in team games. They are not a great flank and not a great pocket. But that's something that you guys can't wrap your head around. because it's okay as flank and pocket, then it's a good civ. No, that's not how team games work.
I'll put you behind Portuguese then, I guess.
Yes. But you can put them above Portuguese for rage bait purposes.
So in D tier.
I guess that's fine. I don't really care.
They should be in trash, I think.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. Yeah, I have to put them lower than ports. Ports and trash is okay. 2P.
I think 2P is kind of the same as Armenians, in my opinion.
What? D tier, not trash. What?
Yeah.
What do they do well? I guess the unique unit spam.
They spam a lot of units well.
Okay. I
And
mean,
the
Benanji destroyed them,
unique-
so maybe you're onto something.
The unique unit is really good against infantry civs.
Ah, true.
The
Got that.
Ipanema warrior. It's not how they're called.
No, it's how high they call them as well. Ibirapema, officially, I think.
And the unique unit is just... The Blackwood Archer is just so insanely cheap.
Yeah.
And has good DPS.
But they're bad on water, so behind, I mean, it's right. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
ship, right?
I agree with that,
Playable on water. Hans! Hans.
Hans are low
S tier?
S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Above Lithuanians,
above
I think.
Lith, right? Yeah. Between Lith and Spanish. Good pocket, even better flank if they can rush in the hands of a strong rush player.
Yeah. They just perform really, really well in early game against most of the classic flank civs, especially if they don't have treadmill crane.
Slavs. Do we have a fourth god tier civ or not?
Yeah, but clearly the lowest god tier civ, because they can't decide a game on their own, I think.
They help everybody else, but I would agree. Fourth spot in god tier. That would be exactly where I would have put them. Obviously, team bonus really, really good. Really strong halberdiers. Chief siege is nice. Boyas are amazing late. But if we talk about war elephants, Celt siege, and Mamelukes in comparison, falls off compared to the other three.
Yep.
They've definitely decided games on their own, screams Mojito at us.
Yeah, in boosting urchins, that's the most they decided. They decided games. If the urchin player on the other side just stormed their player.
But obviously, I mean, they're god tier civ. Obviously, they can decide games on their own if the opponents don't have god tier civs.
Yeah.
Also
But
as
every
themselves.
single one of the other civs can basically solo the entire team of your opponent.
Yeah. And they can't really do that. They win most. Yeah, obviously, they're god tier, so they win most. But do they win all? Yeah, that's kind of... For high god tier, you need to win all and not only most. Or at least almost all besides the other god tier civs. And they don't necessarily win a game against something like Teutons, something against Bohemians, something like Georgians can hold against them as well. 1v1. Humans, a personal favorite of yours?
I would put them below Berbers. And that's with me being like one of the biggest humans fans you can find, so they probably deserve an even lower spot.
Yeah, I would put them at the end of a... Maybe above
I think
Sicilians.
they're better than Sicilians.
Yeah, above Sicilians.
Yeah, okay. That's one place different than I would have done, but yeah.
Nah, I mean, if we consider rush maps, if you consider water maps, yeah, I mean, it's interchangeable, but they're so scary as well. And they can still do things after the rush. Not as well as, like,
good
Jurchens,
paladins, SO. But they're so shit on water, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're so good on rush maps that it kind of evens out.
Yeah, they're like god tier on rush maps there, right?
Yeah.
And that's why Malians were so high there as well, because they're the counter swift to humans there, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Tatars. The best elephant counter in the game.
Above Romans. It's my spot for them.
That low? But they've got flaming camels.
I mean, camels suck so bad.
They kill Gortisish.
Yeah, not if it has any support from anything that shoots. 0 pierce armor is not great.
But they have solid camels, bit like, I guess, a bit worse than Malians as a pocket civ, but they have CA as an option, which Malians don't
They're
have.
a bit better than Turks, yeah. That's why I put them above Romans.
I guess they're a bit better than Turks. Yeah, alright. I see it. No, they're better than Whisker, though. But they're not really a thing. They also struggle against Whisker because they don't have any infantry. Yeah,
Whisker basically only struggle against champion.
Yeah, I played Tatars vs Muisca in 1-1 earlier today, and it was like, okay, I'm Tatars vs Muisca, and then 10 minutes later I was like, shit, I'm Tatars vs Muisca, what do I do?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Step Lancer opening with them, though. Tatars can rush with Step Lancers. In team game, can be useful. Flank.
Do you really want Tatars as flank? They die so horribly against SO.
They do. Okay. It's a bit like better Turks. Yeah, I see it. Mongols.
Mongols are the best civ on Lombardia or Coast to Mountain, but low 8 to high B tier on every other map. I think they are really strongly overrated.
Top of A?
I haven't seen them work in this tournament at all. Every time they were played or even in training, they underperformed a lot.
Yeah, but there's still like maps that they're good on, and they were always meta Lombardia civ. And in the hands of a super good player, their like drill SO micro is like insane. But they're so slow to have their flanks.
Top of 8 is fine. They still have high potential.
Maybe behind Tranks. Because Tranks have always a use cases pocket. And Mongols needs a special
Franks
scenario.
won't really decide games, and Mongols can easily decide games on their own.
Yeah, okay. Top of 8 feels fine. Hindustanis. And I will let you elaborate for a second.
For me, they're kind of similar to Franks. They have super strong pocket. Also above the team with Caravanserai a lot. But they struggle if it gets into you have to support your flank play. They want to play straight onto the opponent's pocket. Buff humans maybe? Between humans and bohemians, yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much where I would put them.
Okay, I went away at the wrong moment, didn't I? They have a trade bonus that's arguably almost, or at least as good as the Spanish one. They always can play really well and win against the opponent's pocket if it's a camel or if it's a pala pocket. And can also rush them a bit if it's an elephant pocket. They have a massive team, like it's the best. Isn't it like the best pocket civ in my? I would put them in S tier. I think it's a clear S tier for me with Hindus. In team game, 3v3. They also in super, probably almost god tier 2v2 civ.
Yeah, okay. Let's put them in S tier. I think Gujaras is stronger.
I would put them above Lith.
Yeah, okay. Then I would put
Maybe above Hans
Gujaras.
too? They feel like they're next to Spanish with the trade bonus.
Yeah, fine.
Worse on water, so Spanish get the advance there, I guess, but... You would rate Gujaras higher. Let's go!
Gujaras higher than Spanish, for sure.
I mean, it's
Gujaras have the
Gujaras.
best
I'm ready to put them
camels.
God tier, man.
Gujaras have the best camels in the game, in my opinion.
How
Like,
are my memes being supported by Kelar? What's going on?
Especially against elephants, they perform the best out of all camels. And you kind of struggle against elephants' pockets sometimes. Then they also have Elephant Archer, which can swing a lot of matchups on the flanks. If you just put 20 Elephant Archers on the flank and don't touch them, and they just chill there and kill stuff and don't die.
So they have an alternative to the problem that, like you just described for Hindus, that camel pocket can't help the flanks.
Yes.
Yep. Put them. How do they compare to Georgians? I guess it's a bit hard because it's a pocket and a flank civ. They can also do some cheesy flank rush shit like we did with the Khmer double in Carry Die 2.
Yeah. I still think Georgians is overall the better civ.
Fine. I'm okay with that place in S tier. Now can we put Dravidians in trash tier after you put Gujaras in S tier?
I would put Dravidians at the top of C tier.
I'll take that.
They are decent on water. Really good on water, actually. They are kind of okay as on slow maps. When you get to your death ball.
Above Aztecs, I like the comment. But I mean, there can be a strong pocket civ on slow maps, like the Elephant Archers are really good, they're good on water. They can obviously die to a lot of things on flank because they're too slow, they can die on water because they're too slow. But if they get going, they're really strong in both roles.
Yeah, basically if you want to visualize Team USAA as a civ, that's them. That's not true at all, because they are super fast, but they are all old, and that's the joke.
Okay. Daywalker was the oldest player today and had by far the highest APM of everybody in the match we just watched, by the way. So I don't think old and slow works in DM at all. Yeah. The old players are all way faster than the younger players. But I would start to argue to bring them higher maybe even, but I can't because I have to put them low because lucky comes. So I will not argue. And I'm fine with there. Bengalis. Not excited sounding, Kelar.
Yeah, I don't know. That's another civ where I'm really unsure because I haven't really tested them in the last few months in team games. They never seemed like in CMOD. They on paper they should be a good elephant pocket, but they seemed way worse than some of the other elephant pockets. I don't really know why.
Which I also don't understand. Yeah.
But you have the same feeling, right?
Yeah, I have exactly the same feeling. They should always be great, and then they're like, huh.
Yeah.
What? How is this working worse than the elephant civs that should be worse?
Yeah.
I mean, on flank they're better, I think, than the other elephants.
They are better than almost all elephant civs on flank. But
I feel like they should be S tier, but they never perform like they're S tier.
No, they don't perform as S tier.
Between Mongols and Franks in A?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. On slow maps, they are still really good. And
They just,
for example,
they just let
Khmer,
me down too often to put them in S tier anymore. I don't know.
Khmer always work way better than Bengali, in my opinion. And they don't have treadmill crane. They don't start with 5 villagers. Why are they worse than Bengali? Why are they better than Bengali? I don't get it.
They aren't bad. We can't put them above Bengali. We have to stick to reason is over experience here. I feel like we can't
No,
put
Bengali
Khmer
is
above
also
Bengali.
way better on water. Bengali has
Yeah.
strong elephant archers.
Yeah, the elephant archer play together with a flank. That seems super impressive in the tournament.
Yeah. The elephants themselves don't work that well, but...
Maybe we should put them in low S or above Mongols at least. But above Mongols feels also weird. Mongols are also in a weird spot.
Yeah. No, I would put them below Berbers.
Wait, the Khmer or the Bengalis?
You mean, yeah, the Khmer. Or maybe top of B tier?
Feel more like top of B tier. Can't really put them
top
above.
of B tier feels better.
Top of B tier feels better.
How Britain above no, not the old Dravidian fans that come. Haven't you learned your lesson with Dravidians on flank, guys? The Britons are just really strong if you combine them with some civs. Like all elephant civs plus Britons is really strong, and Britons plus Saracens is really strong. They're just really OP support civ on long maps. That's like one of the best civs on those maps, and Dravidians are kind of no map where they are the best civs. Late game is horrible. Yeah, if you get to the full calf spam game on normal maps, that's true. But that's not where you would play them in it. We are talking about tournament settings. That's not where you don't play them on runestones in a tournament. You play them on Coastal Mountain, on Lombardia, maybe on Outcrop.
Let's go into YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you are in chat right now, or you went in chat and you disagree with something, put it in the comments. Of course, you get inspired for some comments by the chat here already. That's on screen. As we turn to another elephant civ in the Burmese.
Wait a second. I would do a few adjustments right now.
I thought we do adjustments at the end.
Yeah, but right now I would put Burgundians a tier down and Byzantines Romans also a tier down.
Okay, just to align there for
clean it up a bit. Yeah,
that makes sense. Then I think we also do Aztecs a tier down, so it looks better.
They are not in that tier in my tier list.
But then we also have to do Maya a tier down, no? Mojito's freaking out. Okay, I put Aztecs above again. Fine. Easy solution. Burmese.
Worse than Khmer?
Alright, you gotta watch it back. We had some solid arguments for where Slavs are. I think they're very convincing. Burmese, where did you say?
I'm not sure.
Above
Definitely
Khmer?
Worse than Khmer.
Worse than Khmer?
Worse than Khmer. But how much worse?
But they can play flank as opposed to Khmer.
But not great. Only because you have treadmill crane and decent infantry.
The elephants, they can dive castles and wreck your opponent? And you've got great infantry?
But it's not a top tier choice on flank, right? Not as good as Khmer is on
It's
pocket.
a B tier choice on flank. Maybe behind Teutons. Yeah, behind Teutons is fine.
Yeah. The chat is working on me. And right now, Turks probably should be at top of C tier. I don't know. Seems so weird to have them below Dravidians, Byzantines, and Romans.
Yeah, but I think our arguments are still valid. Where do they excel?
Yeah. They don't excel anywhere, that's a problem.
Where would you ever be if you have a choice
Okay, then
and they're not in your pool? have a choice
Yeah,
and
tell
be happy
me
with that choice.
on which map at which position Turks are A tier or higher. Like, what is their spot where they excel? Bruh. Your name is saying everything, man. Bruh, bruh, bruh.
Don't bring out the emote. It's brew, no?
I know.
That was a joke with the... Oh, anyways.
They do the same in way worse. They don't have Paladin, which are way better than Camels normally.
This is the first tier list where we had Turk be the most controversial civilization, I think. Nobody was Persians in the old days with the tier list. There was Aztecs. I guess
And
Aztecs
Berbers
was only...
still have their spots in like far in long games on maps where CA are better.
You can move them
They
above
don't want-
Dravidians, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, put them over Dravidians. Yeah, but
Malay.
they do the same thing in way worse.
Than Dravidians? But they don't die at the start.
No, I was screaming at the shadows.
I scream at Malay. We need to be done. It's
Melee, yeah,
Faster.
trash tier next.
the elephant spam can do something.
No, it can't. It never works.
Nova killed Tweppy with it in Cmod.
Turks should be higher than Malians? No, Malians is the better pocket because they have the stronger camels. And they
I
have the better
trash,
start.
says Mojito. Chat is freaking out so much, Autobot is getting involved. And Kelar is reacting to it way too much.
But why? But what was the Autobot complaining about? That doesn't make any sense.
I think are better. It doesn't like if you compare nations that exist today,
Yeah,
but
okay.
Malay and Aztecs don't, so I don't know. Automat is complaining about a lot of
Don't
like
ignore
comparisons.
Aztecs. Aztecs are in trash tier for
It also
everyone
hates
that
cats.
knows anything.
They have SO and Jaguars. But we're talking about Malay. And I don't think they should be below 2P.
No, they should probably be above Vikings. Because they have also decent
Also
water,
good water,
kind of
yeah.
better stuff on land.
I think they should even maybe... Could put them behind Italians as well.
Yeah.
I think they're like Italians, right? They fulfill the same roles as Italians.
Nah, Italians have some counters stuff. Like Genoese have
That's why they're
stuff
below
where they are
Italians.
really strong.
I think they're below
Yeah.
Italians. They do the same as
Okay.
Italians, and Italians have some extras that they don't have. But they've got siege engineers. I mean, siege engineer bombard cannons versus no siege engineer bombard cannons. Now Malta is even antagonizing Frost with his takes. Vietnamese. Or like, I don't know, I want to put Malay above
No,
Italians.
please, I want to try one last time to explain to these people what we are ranking. You're ranking the possible best position that these civs can have in team games. So Ethiopians have a really good use case on flank on normal maps, while Turks struggle to find the classic role in deathmatch team games, which is either siege flank or calf pocket. They have average calf and pretty bad siege because they don't have any halberdiers. Mapuche Tupi,
Yeah, Mapuche
I think
Tupi, I
both
see the
suck
points.
ass, but I don't agree. Yeah, I don't know.
They would
Ethiopians-
favor a point, I guess.
I don't know.
So
They
I think
have
Mapuche
really
could
good-
be above Tupi. Yeah, I don't know.
well.
I see the argument. Or that one.
I don't know. It seems so like you need at least 40 of the calf archers for them to work decently. Like you need to mass for the first
You
5
need to
minutes.
most the black ones too, but I guess those get masked faster in a way if you check castle. Do they? But you need a castle for them. I don't know. I feel like they will have deal below Mapuche.
It's okay. I think both should probably never be played at all.
Yeah, okay. Let's put them up. I
Team
will
Castle
bow to
unique
chat in
units
this.
cost minus 15%. Okay.
True.
So yeah, put them at the top
okay.
of D tier maybe. Above, like, I don't know.
Top of D tier? What are you?
Yeah.
I just brought 2B down.
But okay.
But true, but
yeah,
if you
that
don't
also
have
makes
civ
sense.
tiers, you can use the Mapuche bonus in something useful then in this tier system. Yeah, okay, that's a good use case for them, right? If you combine them with war elephants, if you could combine Mapuche with Persian, for example, right? And you make war elephants cheaper and stuff like that. Yeah.
And they are really good against halberdiers, the Bolas Rider. So you can just play 40 Bolas Rider and sling.
Okay, I changed. The Mapuche are top of D now, and 2P take the Mapuche trash spot.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Vietnamese though.
I really like Vietnamese elephants. I like them a lot. I think they are probably the strongest.
Maxi, your time to shine. Vietnamese are being ranked. God, yeah.
The strongest normal elephants. The strongest battle elephants.
I don't know, I like Burmese more, but maybe it's just a preference.
And for opening, battle elephant, the shooting lancer, fire lancer is really strong.
Yeah, true. Battle elephant lancer combination above Burmese?
I would put them A tier, to be honest.
Really? What? But where do you use them?
think
It's
they're
not really
better than
good flank, it's
Sicilians.
not really good pocket.
Malta, tell me again, how did your game
No, we don't have to explain everything. They will find out during the tournament. Or during watching today's matches, I guess, simply.
Watching his own match.
Maida was playing that. Maida just lost to Whisker with Japanese, so, you know, maybe there's something to them. Almost lost. Was being pushed. Yay! Your team carried. No, but they were scaring you more than I was expecting, I guess. We're talking about Vietnamese.
Yeah, Vietnamese should be above Sicilians, in my opinion.
That's no. I'm not doing that.
They're a really good pocket and a decent flank.
I will do above Khmer. Maximum. I don't think they're A tier.
That's fine.
What they
But
don't
I get
like
they
the
have more
capsules,
use
man.
cases than Khmer.
Have you ever seen Temple Guard? Temple Guard destroy elephants even.
And they will get buffed.
They will get even stronger, which is crazy.
This tier list should also hold up a while, right? So it's not only fully for this patch. If you can foresee changes, I'm likely to factor them in, so people can still look at this tier list in a few months on YouTube. So that's also factoring into the Whisker position. Will probably even impact this tournament, right?
Yes.
Chechens. Getting into God tier territory.
God tier above Slavs.
I agree. Chat won't, but I do.
Yeah, obviously this is team game, Alter. Yeah, in 1v1 Muisca are super shit. Okay, yeah, then I agree with you. And then Turks are way better. Okay. Read the title, man. There's no better civs than Slavs. What? Okay. Disagree. Hard disagree. You still lose to Celts if you're Slavs. And if your teammate is Slavs, you still lose to Celts. If you're on a long map, you still lose to Persians.
I love how Strike Muffin is coming and looking at the list and is reacting with, "We'll have to watch back to see the justification," while everybody else is like, What is this crap? What are you smoking?" And Strike Muffin is like,
Liv and Hindu are just top
coming in with the
top
vibe.
pockets, and that's all of the justification. Makes other team better, yeah, but still not good enough to win against the other, like the better civs.
Judgment can just
You
carry
boost
their
all of your
side,
team,
right?
but you still can't beat the other god tier civs. And that's why they're the lowest rated god tier civ.
But they could beat Judgments maybe, right?
I think judges
I
are
don't know
just...
if Judgments are killing the other god tier civs, really.
Yeah,
kill a
judges
lot of
below
civs, but maybe not
Slavs.
the
Yeah, judges should be below Slavs, probably.
Okay.
Also,
But I think they're a bit better than Georgians and fulfill a similar function.
Judgens is the best water civ. By far.
If they're allowed, yeah. If they're bugged, it's fixed, yeah. True.
So, that's also something to consider here.
Ketans.
Kind of the same as Goths. Only a bit worse. But a bit better later
no?
on. Yeah, better later on. Truly.
Later on,
So,
the unique unit, rocket card is okay. I'll put them above Goth.
yeah. Okay.
Chinese. OP Water Civ, land questionable.
Now this is super hard to rank. Because I don't think they're that good on hybrid anymore, even. Pretty okay, like not even like super top tier on hybrid. But we now have Team Islands where there should be one of the top. They are definitely one of the top 3 full water civs.
It's one of the super situational ones, but they can carry games on their own, so I'm feeling like somewhere close to Mongols, which we had a similar description for.
Yeah.
Behind Mongols?
Yeah, they're kind of the Mongols of water.
Yeah. But there's less water than land, so behind Mongols.
Malta, please test Luchuans. And then come back if you want to talk about water. Test all the unique Luchuans. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, don't give away. We shouldn't give away that much, Kelar. They will not believe us, so I guess we're fine. But...
It's okay. They can think what they think. Yeah, let's put them below Mongols. Yeah, we rank them on how, like, pretty much you can see this as like draft position, kind of. Like, how high is your draft priority?
Yeah. They rank them for the roles
and China
that
wins
they get
you, safely wins you one map, basically. And you know the maps before you
It's
pick
not
the
a
civ.
tier list for randoming maps in team games where you random civs, because who needs a tier list for that? Because there you random it anyways. It's a map for when you're planning something. It's a tier list for when you're planning something.
Yeah. You can cook hard with
Because I
Chinese.
think like that's more useful than making one for randoming, because, well, you know, you're random. Shoo! I'm thinking of a Viking-ish position for them. Have some
They are
use
better
cases.
than- I think the Luchuans of them are also really okay, really good, yeah.
But I had some talks with chat earlier and they pointed out that their Carracks have no attack and everything, so it's only Luchuans then, right? So, and that's like really only Team Islands, and if we're not only taking into account DMNC maps, then
Yeah, okay, Vikings, yeah.
below Vikings,
Most
above
treadmill as
Vikings,
well, yeah.
below Vikings, above
I
Armenians.
would put them
I'd say.
still above Vikings because I think the Luchuans are a bit better than longboats. But doesn't
Yeah,
really
but
matter,
like
right?
generally on other maps, Vikings perform better. I would rather Coastal Mountain, Waterside, I would rather play Vikings than choose.
Yeah.
Way! We'll get even more trash next patch.
They're so bad already. Tiger Cav is so bad.
But they beat Portuguese.
Please,
It's a counter to
Aramas.
Portuguese.
Please, Aramas, stop building Tiger Cav. It's not good in post-imp scenario. No, they don't.
You will find every armor that will argue it's the best post-imp unit in the whole game is the Tiger Cav. It's so freaking hilarious to me. Where really is the strongest civ in post-imp? They all think that. They all think that. Even for RM, it's not true.
For RM, but only in Castle Age. They're also shit in RM post-imp.
Yeah, nobody wants to realize that.
You can put them above Portuguese because they beat Portuguese.
They beat Portuguese. They're a perfect counter to Portuguese. That's what they are. Portuguese on land maps, they kill. They kill nothing else. And obviously, they will kill 2P and Poles and things, but they're not usable anywhere, really. Yeah, they have cheaper loot runs, but they are the worst loot runs in the game.
Yeah.
There are way equals correct, yeah, so you get to late game in a good position, and then that's why it feels to you like your post-imp units are strong. Kind of the same with Poles, right? But in Poles it's obvious that the units are bad, but your eco is amazing then. And with way, people are still under the impression that the units are good because you just have 20 more wills than your opponent and a lot more res collected. And that's why they think their post-imp units are good. I think that's the scenario. Woo! They got the villager bonus in DM. Oh yeah, true. That would be something for the way.
Yeah, let's start with 20 villagers. Woo is hard. I always want to make them work, but they never do. They're kind of good on like Kavasan-ish maps, where you can just... where you can camp on water and then camp on land. You can camp with them. Why doesn't Malta like them? They're the perfect camp civ.
Above Shu? Above Vikings?
I would put them top of D tier.
Their champions are good too, right? The traction traps are good too.
Infantry in general, not only champions, right? Because the halberdiers also
here. Halberdiers as well. Pucha have their team bonus though, so maybe behind. I don't know, Bohemians are still stronger. If I would want to put a flank civ, I would put them behind Bohemians. Burgundians, I mean. It doesn't. They can have use case in 1v1, but in team game?
I think the traction trap is still really good against other siege. It's the best anti-siege weapon.
Okay. Yeah,
so they're decent against infantry siege civs.
I guess that's a good use case for 3-3-4-4. Yeah. Yeah, people like Ganji and Roomstock can be really annoying with them. Yeah, okay. Koreans.
Okay, how much do we value water? Because if we value it a lot, it's God tier.
They're even strong on land flank.
Yeah.
They're also super strong flank civ generally. Should be at least S.
I would put them bottom of God tier.
I think I'm fine with that, with how impressive turtle ships are right now, and with how good of a flank civ they are generally, yeah. Bottom of God tier feels right. Anybody disagreeing?
Doesn't seem like it.
Doesn't seem like it. So we come to the most talked about civilization when it comes to reforming the civ tier lists for the playoffs. The double Japanese in Pool B.
I like Japanese a lot. The infantry opening is really strong against most other flanks. Because they just have such oppressive infantry.
But they struggle.
Are really strong.
But if you don't bring the maximum out of your traps, you struggle against SOCs.
It's a hard skill ceiling, I think. but it's a really high skill ceiling. They are really hard to play, but they are so strong.
It's like high B, low A to me.
I like them a lot more than Sicilians, for example.
You can put them above Sicilians.
I would put them above Sicilians, yeah.
Malta finally defending the Romans. Everybody else was trashing in the
Yeah, I
Romans
think
throughout the tier list.
Malta, I've been telling Otta that Sicilians are worse than Britons the entire time, but he doesn't want to put them B tier. Otta
People
is a
do
Sicilian
obnoxious things with
fanboy.
towers, man. There's use cases.
Sicilians should be dropped. Yeah.
Okay, if you're all agreeing, I'll put them to B. Well, the
Donjon
review
really
phase
are
now
best
anyways. Now is the time to complain about everything you don't like and for us not to change anything. Now I can change a few things because we're at the end.
Yeah, I agree. They are worse than almost every A tier civ.
Well, I dropped them to B, so. Lith is too high, says Smile. Yeah, but we
Your
we
last
saw
game
Light is
got
so amazing.
saved
Yeah.
because
You just want a
of
set because
Lithuanians.
of Lithuanians. So,
Only because of Lithuanians, because they just could play full lattice against full Helbedier and won. Against Helbedier Camel, they played full lattice and won.
Go tier by tier. Gotti seems good. Nah, I think there's not that many people in chat. We can pray for all this. Well, I guess we don't hear more, and I would keep Lithuanians in S tier.
Yeah, Malta, and the only reason why you
But there was
didn't collapse is lattice. If you had any other pocket, you would have been dead because you would have died against Helbediers.
I mean, Lithuanians are a bit slow to get going. That is a bit of a problem for them. It's initially,
In
they
my
don't
opinion,
have
they're the strongest
units.
pocket against flanks, and that's.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think the relics make that much. Like
But
you
in
always
3,
get
3,
at
4,
least
4,
two
you can always
relics.
get them, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Unless it's Kavasan, you lose the middle, you should always get some.
Yeah.
Alright, if there's no major complaints, it's getting late, and we're excited to having made a Deathmatch team game tier list. Thank you so much, Kelar. Thank you so much to every fan who contributed. This will go onto YouTube, so please like and subscribe if you like the info, and if you hard disagree with something, there's obviously the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this tier list video. Kelar, you've got any last words? Thank you so much for being here and doing this with me.
Please keep overestimating Turks and Berbers and underestimating Lithuanians. Thank you.
G2G boys.